Well, greetings again. This is Dr. Bill Wyatt with the American Orthodontic Society, and I wanted to go through a case here that we had years ago on the managing high-angle cases in pediatric orthodontics, or just young people's high-angle cases and how we dealt with them. And now at the end of this, I want to discuss how we get paid for something like this. What is the way we are compensated for the effort we put out to do this type of case? And we'll bring that out at the end of the case. So let's get started, and I'll do as fast as I can here and not lose the idea of this case. This young lady came in, and she's definitely a high-angle case. I mean, you can see where the chin is down here to this distance, and this the distance here, and compare it with something like this, and up here where you like to have this about the same, and this is way out of proportion here. And so we had to get in there and really get to work on this case. And I used an occipital headgear where it's coming up here, and the headgear goes in, and you can pick this maxilla up and bring it up and go back with it, what we call the occipital type headgear, and you will see that as we get further into the case. Now, looking at it from the front, this is a little further down the line, and here it is. But when this girl smiles, I mean, this is, if you had to turn this young lady loose in life with a problem like this, if you couldn't have anything done, it would just be a drastic problem with this young lady all of her life until she could get some false teeth or something. But anyway, this is the problem we were presented with and how we could start correcting it. And so it takes some time to do this. And the mother was a little impatient with me for working on it for a longer period of time. She kept to reminding me that the neighbor had been in braces for only a year or something like that, and was out, and I was still working on her daughter. And it just kind of got under my skin that she didn't realize what we were trying to do for her daughter. And so that is something I want to show you at the end. I got compensated for what I had done. All right, we went through this, and we used an occipital headgear, and we wind this out, and we made room for the teeth. And this is carried like you can cut this deal on the inside. You can pick the maxilla up totally, or you can bring the front up, or you can bring the back up, or you can carry it all back at the same time while you're doing that with this occipital type of headgear, by where you cut this arm, and you can bring it out here, and it'll pick up more in the center. There's a lot of different ways of adjusting this type of headgear. And so I had her wearing that headgear, and it worked on her. And you can see the gumminess to the smile. And this was back in the early 70s, where we had nothing but bands to put on the teeth. And so I put this on, and look, I ran this into the bone, the bracket back here on the molar, and these were deciduous teeth. And this headgear picked these teeth up and took the arch wire and just kind of buried it in the tissue. Now, this is not painful to a person, but the wire will be wrapped around the tissue, go around it. So you got to deal with that sooner or later. So you either cut the wire and slide it out of there, or you have to part the tissue there to get it out, one or the other. All right, let's check it on further, and you can see where we pick that molar up with that occipital type headgear going up this way, like that, and pick that up. And it also keeps down the gumminess of the smile. In other words, you keep the upper teeth in, and you need to train that person to move their lip down, and you can lengthen the lip as the person goes through treatment that way. So I want to run through this. The bottom's crowded. Of course, we expanded the bottom as we did that. We developed the bottom arch with a arch wire that went out on that. And they kept working on it to get this bite down. Now, down in the treatment of good ways, now look at the difference in this space here, and if we do it here and here, and these are okay, and we're a little bit over still, but not much. I mean, that would pass probably pretty good. That's better looking at this direction. So there's a little excess vertical height in that face, but not much. Now, when she smiles, she's got a good bit of a gumminess to the smile. So we have the children stretch their lips. Now, when I was a little kid, my stepbrother worked for the orthodontist, and he straightened my teeth, and he had me pulling my lip down. Now that I'm old, I mean, my lip is hanging down here so far you can hardly see my long teeth here, the lips down. So we could have her stretch that just a little bit. It's going to make the facial structure look even better. And so here's the arch wire we got over the 6-year molars, and we got it out from under the tissue there, and we brought it out around the sides further, and we're going through the case. And we apparently, we were crowded. We must have taken 4 bicuspids out on the case also. Now this is, we're taking a longer time than we thought. Well, not really. I knew it was going to take a while on this case. We had to expand the arches, and we took the teeth out already and showed the x-rays on that. But she's had her first bicuspids removed, and here we're just about to finish the case up at 3 or 4 years into the case. And the mother kept pestering me about finishing her quicker, and I didn't say anything, but anyway, I was glad to finish it out as nice as it is. Now you can see where the first bicuspids were lost on the bottom arch. Now here it is, 87, and we're through with everything except, and there's the way it was when we started. And there it is after we had gotten through with it, pretty much like that, like that. This is a long, drawn-out type of case for a young person to go through. But look at the result that we got here. And this is her upper retainer, and I put a bite plate in here to keep it from deepening any. As she wore this, we'd have to deal with the wisdom teeth later on. Now here the bicuspids are out, the first bis in this arch, and that's lined up pretty good. And here was the upper arch, 1973. That was when we started it. And there it is in 1982. And it's been going, and we got the first and second motors in there, and there was also a 6-year motor. Now here is the finished product. The young lady, now this vertical height of the face here now is still just a wee bit, but not very much. And here it is looking straight at it, and you would really know, I think if she had stretched the lip a little bit and had less gingival tissue. But here it is when we finished, and there it was when we started. And it took me a few years to get her here, but she won the tween of her class in high school with this. And I didn't hear from her for some time, but she came back in the office after she had started to college and everything, and she came in and she thanked me very dearly for what I had done for her. Now this is the price that you get, and this is money, or it's not money, but it's benefits you get that can't be taken away, and you don't have to pay any income tax on this. And I don't know what it does. It maybe helps you live a little longer, and it makes you feel good that somebody came back after she matured and went to college and everything. She came in the office and thanked me for that. So this to me is getting paid with something that is more dear to you than money. So I hope that members of our organization will let this be the leading thing, is the quality of the service we're rendering is not something we do just as many as we can possibly can, regardless of how they turn out or anything. I think taking something like this and ending up this good, it is better to be paid in this type of payment that can't be taken away from you. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to close out here, and hope you'll watch our channel and sign up with it so we'll see this. Thank you now again, and I'm going to hang up.